Did you know that there are over 200 Martello Towers dotted around the British Isles and beyond? These distinctive iron-domed structures were once the cutting edge of coastal defense, but today many are crumbling into the sea or have been converted into private homes. So what exactly are they, and why should you care? The story begins all the way back in 1794, when British forces were besieging Mortella Point, Corsica. They came across a small island defended by a single round stone tower. Its 8-foot-thick walls defied naval bombardment for 2 whole days until the British managed to silence its guns by hitting an embrasure with a lucky shot. This got the British thinking, could a cheap, quick-built tower like this be the key to defending their vulnerable coastline from invasion? Over the next decade, Britain would construct more than 140 of these towers, each with a distinctive flat-topped dome. Most were built between 1804 and 1815 during the Napoleonic Wars, but a few continued into the 1820s. Designed by the military engineer Captain Martello, these towers followed a strict formula. They were circular, typically 30 to 40 feet in diameter, with thick brick or stone walls that sloped outwards to deflect incoming cannonballs. A flat roof was added to support a 24-pounder cannon, which could shoot for 1,200 yards. Fresh gunpowder and supplies could be brought up through an air-raid shaft hidden inside the pillar supporting the roof. And cleverly, rainwater could be collected from the roof channels and stored in a cistern for drinking. While the towers varied in height, they were usually 2 or 3 stories tall with bomb-proof vaulted ceilings. Each would have a garrison of between 15 and 25 men, enough to man the guns and repel a small landing party, but not large enough to require a full-time cook. Instead, each soldier would carry a month's supply of food and water in their backpacks. In total, 103 towers were built around the British Isles, with 74 in southeast England alone. Ireland has the second highest number with 50, most of which can still be seen around Dublin Bay, such as this one at Sea Point. The remaining towers were built in far-flung corners of the empire, from Canada to South Africa, Australia and the Caribbean. One of the most famous is Tower No. 1 in Halifax, Nova Scotia, which repelled an attack by the USS Constellation in 1813 during the War of 1812. Today you can visit it and learn about its heroic last stand. In reality, though, the towers had major flaws. By the 1850s, rifled artillery could shoot over twice as far, rendering the 24-pounder cannons obsolete. Plus, with no way to track fast-moving steam warships, they quickly fell out of favor. By the 1870s, they were largely abandoned and replaced by Palmerston forts with rotating guns. Today, some remain in use as museums, such as Martello Tower P in Suffolk, which is filled with exhibits relating to the Napoleonic era. Others have been converted into private homes, such as Braehead Tower in Ireland, which sold for more than €600,000 in 2007. But perhaps the most famous literary reference is in James Joyce's Ulysses, which opens with the main character gazing out from Sandy Cove Tower in Dublin. Further afield, Battery Townsley in California copied the Martello design in 1940 when building coastal guns for World War II. And so these iconic towers continue to inspire awe and wonder more than 200 years after they were first built. If you visit, bring binoculars and look out for ships on the horizon. Who knows? You might just spot Napoleon's fleet on its way to invade Britain.